Yes, sir. Topic of discussion. What the hell is going on with Ben Simmons? Ben Simmons is basically disgruntled the same as Mike Thomas is disgruntled in New Orleans in the NFL. But we want to figure out, is Ben Simmons actually going to get traded? Where's the best possible destination? They're going to talk about it. I'll give my 2 cents.
I think that's a great take on it, Bruce. All right, let's shift to basketball. Y'all's boy, your boy, Chris Broussard. The Warriors are interested in trading for Ben Simmons. So the reports say there's some internal debate about, well, Simmons and Draymond. Will they fit together? So, Joy, with this interest.
I mean, I don't really see that. Having Draymond and Ben Simmons on the court at the same time is not going to be a good look. But then on the flip side, look at the Bucks. They had Giannis, PJ Tucker on the court at the same time. So it's like, it's on the coach and it's on the players to ultimately make it work, man. But having them on the same team is not going to work. So you're either going to have to pick one or the other. And I'm going to take Ben Simmons every time. I don't give a damn if you ship out Draymond Green in a second-round pick or whatever it's going to take. But having them two on the same team, especially with the way that Draymond gets down, with basically having no filter on his mouth like a female, how do you think that's going to go down with him and Ben Simmons in the same locker room? Not everybody is meant to take the same type of quote-unquote verbal abuse or whatever you want to call it, constructive criticism, whatever.
Topic, are you in or are you out with Ben Simmons working in Golden State?
I'm in only because it's Golden State. Golden State has proven that they are a highly functional organization. They are a very intelligent organization. They make great moves. They're always in the position to even be in a conversation to do things like acquire Ben Simmons in a trade, which is remarkable when you have the superstars that they have on their team. But that's because they drafted them and they built this team, and they continue to do so. So if Ben Simmons does end up in Golden State, I have no doubt that they will figure out a way to make it work. I can't say that about every organization, and I'm not 100% sure it will, but if any team can, I do think it's Golden State. I understand that
I'll agree with you right now, Joy Taylor, even though we all know that you're bugged out. Grown-ass woman sitting on national TV with two big puffs like a big-ass toddler. Sheesh. Not to digress, man. You have Golden State. What other organization will make Ben Simmons into the player that we all envision him to be? San Antonio? That's not going to work. What other great organization is there besides the Warriors, bro?
with Draymond there, you have two non-shooters, but you do have the greatest shooter, arguably the greatest shooter in NBA history, in Steph Curry. Klay Thompson will be back. And like I said, it's Golden State. They find ways to bring pieces in and complement what they build. So I do think they could make it work. Is it the perfect fit? Is Ben Simmons a perfect fit anywhere? I don't know. But he is a two-time all-defensive first team, was this NBA steals leader in 2020, three-time All-Star. He is an elite defensive player, and I do think that adds something, especially in the West right now.
It absolutely does, because just imagine how so many people love to try to exploit Steph Curry with the point guard that he has to D or whatever. Just imagine putting Steph Curry on somebody else. And then, not to mention that you already have a A1 defensive player in Klay Thompson. Then you add another one in Ben Simmons? Because regardless of what, Draymond Green is not that defensive figure that he claims to be, bro. But just imagine Ben Simmons dribbling down the court. On the left side, you got Curry. On the right side, you got Klay. They're not lagging off of you.
If America wasn't so politically correct and sensitive at this point in the world, I would give y'all my real, uncut, raw answer to this and give y'all some real context. But I'm gonna keep it PC and I'm gonna just say, I don't think it's a great fit. If you're leading in with this being the reason why you're divided on if you go all in for the trade is if Simmons and Draymond are going to be able to fit and coexist, I think that's the handwriting already on the wall before you even make the move. Listen, Ben Simmons bowed out in the playoffs this year. He bowed out.
Ben Simmons bowed out. Doc Rivers bowed out. The whole organization bowed out. It wasn't just one man. We got to remember that they had that lead in that game that they lost with that memorable moment to where Ben Simmons passed up a dunk. Meanwhile, he felt the presence on his back. It is what it is. The whole organization crumbled.
That said, to me, there are some maturity issues or something of self-belief, whatever it may be, as to the reason why he kind of shrinked and faded away in the playoffs this past year. You go into a situation where Draymond will get up in anybody's face. Draymond will challenge anybody.
And that's a good and a bad thing. Yes, it's good to be able to confront those that people might be a little hesitant to talk to. And yes, it's good to talk to those. But sometimes having no filter on your mouth can be a cancer to the team. When you have somebody like a Draymond Green in the locker room and you have other individuals that are laid back like a Clay and a Steph, they don't really pay Draymond too much attention. They let him talk. They let him feel himself, pause, like a female, because all he is, he just wants to be heard. That's not going to work with him and Ben Simmons in the locker room, bro. Draymond Green does not know how to control his mouth.
Care who you are. If Ben Simmons is bowing out in the situation he's currently in, how's he going to handle Draymond getting real with him on the court, in the locker room, or on the practice court? I don't see it being a great fit if this is the headline leading into it.
Look, the Warriors are going to be good next year if they added Richard Simmons. All right, so if they get Ben Simmons, they'll still be, a good team. But overall, I'm out on this because I think Ben is a younger, better version of Draymond Green. And what I would do if I'm the Warriors, I would want to put Draymond in the trade. So I'll send him Draymond, and I hate to give up the young kid, but James Wiseman for Ben Simmons. And now I have Ben Simmons play the role that Draymond has been playing, the playmaker, the great defender. He can be in the dunker spot on offense when he's not moving the ball. I got to have him shoot some threes. At least Draymond will take the three. But Ben's got to do that at least. But he's a great replacement for Draymond. But those two together, I don't like it. Because I can't, in today's NBA, I get it. Clay and Steph are the best shooters in the game. And if they were able to keep Andrew Wiggins, which probably wouldn't be the case, but if just for argument's sake, he's another scorer. But I can't have two non-offensive threats on the court together in today's NBA. It just won't work. You look at Philadelphia, they had 4 offensive threats. Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, Seth Curry, and Danny Green on the floor. And just having Ben Simmons, one guy of the 5 who wouldn't look at the basket, just that was a problem. And so to have 2 guys like that, I can't do it again. I hate Draymond, I get it. Inspirational leader, key cog in the mini dynasty, all of that. But I don't need him and Ben Simmons. I just need one of them, and I'd love to get Ben for Draymond.
Great point, Chris. I'm going to give you that, bro, because it really would not make any sense to have both of them on the same team, bro. And then going down the list of teams, what other teams can honestly trade for Ben Simmons? Golden State is the best fit. You had Portland, but is Portland going to trade for Ben Simmons, bro? I don't think so. Especially, let's say that Philly wants to try to get Dame. Giving Ben Simmons is not going to be enough. So what are you going to do? You got Dallas. I don't think that's going to happen. You got the Clippers. They're not going to trade him in the East because you have no viable options to even trade him to in the East. Where are you going to trade him into the East? New York? Can't do that. Miami? Not going to do that. Boston? Charlotte? You go down the list of these teams. Denver, it's not going to work. Even with Jamal Murray just coming back off of, a torn ACL, they're still not making that trade because Jamal Murray is pretty nice. Other than that, man, it's just looking like the Warriors are the best landing spot for Ben Simmons, hands down. But you got to get rid of Draymond Green. But try to keep James Wiseman. Maybe try to get rid of Andrew Wiggins, but I don't even know if that's a good idea because you're going to need some help with the scoring. So it's going to be a sticky situation, bro, but that's enough of that, man. Let me know what y'all think. I'm out.